Hello everyone, my name is Maggie and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always know when I make a new video. I am a plus size, queer, fat liberation, body liberation advocate, activist, writer, photographer, videographer, the list goes on and on. But I want to thank you for joining me here today because I am talking about something I have been putting off for, at this point, 6 months. Not because I don't want to talk about it, just because I feel like I haven't had the time to like fully get like my feelings formed. And the topic that I'm talking about today, as you probably can tell by the title of this video, is being single and fat and everything that goes along with that. So I have some questions that you all asked me on Instagram that I'm going to answer. But I also just wanted to talk to you about my personal past experience and what happened and how I'm feeling and all that. So this could be a long one. So grab yourself a drink. I have my coffee here because you all know I'm obsessed with coffee. And just settle in because we got a lot to cover. So many of you probably know, if you've been following me on here or any of my other socials, I was in a relationship for 4 years and I ended that in July of 2018. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. I tormented myself thinking about it for like 2 months before it happened. It was really like one of the hardest things I had to do, and it required a lot of trust in myself and confidence in myself, and I'm really proud of myself for doing it, but it was super difficult. But before that, I mean, I got into that relationship when I was in college. I had dated people all throughout college, and essentially like right before I left to go to college was like my first relationship, and I didn't stop dating people until July of 2018. So you could call me a reformed serial dater if you want to. I sure there are lots of mental things, like emotional things that I don't know how to say this. Like, so for me, there's several things going on. One is that when I started dating, I was a lot smaller. I was maybe a size like 14, 16, and I was just kind of starting to get attention from guys that I wasn't getting before, but when I was bigger, and I didn't know what to do, and I was basing a lot of my self-worth off of my appeal to men, and obviously that's not good, and I suffered a lot because of that. And I always felt like I needed to be talking to someone or dating someone or something like that. And then I started dating girls, and the same thing happened even when I was dating girls, like just that constant need for validation. And I am really proud of myself because I've gotten so much better with that. I'm much more self-validating these days, and that's been wonderful for me. So anyway, I started to date my previous partner when I was a junior in college, and we did the whole long distance thing, and then we moved in together, and we actually still live together, which some people have asked me about that. And my short answer is everything's chill. I don't know, we're just we're okay. The way that my last relationship ended was basically that we just kind of stopped prioritizing each other, and that's okay because we both have really big dreams and really big aspirations for ourselves, and we just kind of realized that we weren't really dedicating time to each other, and we thought it would be better if we didn't stay in a relationship but still remain friends and roommates and all that. So we're good, obviously, and if you want me to go more in depth about that, I can. Obviously I'm not going to get too personal, but if you ever wanted a video that was like how to live with your ex, I'm willing to give maybe some tips on that. I do want to say that right after my relationship ended, I did feel like a lot less, I don't know, worthy in my body. And I just want to say, if that's something you're going through, that I think it's normal. I just felt like super insecure, and like that like horrifying, like no one ever liked me again, and like you know, I know thin people will never date me because of like how fat I am. I had a lot of those like negative self-thoughts, and I think it's normal. And I just want to say, like, if you're also experiencing that, it's okay and it will get better, and all of it's untrue. And just keep pushing through because it gets easier as you go. Keep pushing through. So that's kind of a catch up to now. So now it's about like 6 months later, and I have been single for the first time in like 5 years, and I have not dated someone. This is like the record for me not dating anyone like for 6 months, because like I said, I was just going from person to person really quickly because I'm charming. And that was just like my thing. So yeah, so now I'm single, and being single and being bigger than I was when I was before has had some weird feelings. I am working on stuff in therapy, and hopefully when I maybe have an update on that stuff in the future, because I keep telling my therapist like, no, I don't want to talk about that yet. So I don't think my situation is as bad because I'm not dating cis guys, because there's a lot more, I think, fetishism with cis men, and I think it's just more of like an icky place dating cis men. So I am pretty much dating strictly women or non-binary people, or like trans people, just anyone who's not a cis man, basically. And that has been great. I say I'm dating, I'm not dating anyone. I just mean like on the apps. That is who I choose to interact with. So yeah, that's just like a little bit about like my dating history. So I'm gonna pop into the questions, and then we'll have more discussion about things through these questions. In general, one person just asked me about dating while fat and queer. Again, I haven't really gone on any dates. I've met up with some like new friend dates that weren't really romantic, but haven't really gone on any dates. And my advice in general is just be open, but be picky. Be open to anyone, but also know what you want and what you will stand for and won't stand for in a relationship. And even if someone is like, seems like the whole package, really be like, scrutinize that, because the little things that you let slip can become big things later. This person said that there's this idea that it's harder for fat folks to date. I think this is BS, but a harmful idea. Thoughts? I think it's more difficult for fat people, fat women in particular, but fat men too, to date, just because our bodies are so devalued by society, that, you know, some people write fat people off immediately because they're not used to viewing that body type as desirable, but also people who are thin are in a lot of cases less willing to date fat people because of what it like reflects onto them, because of other people's prejudices against fat people. So you know, it's like, why would a thin person date another fat person when they date another thin person? Because like, that's like, if you're thin, your body, you know, your body currency, look that up if you don't know it, your body currency is here and a fat person's is here. So why would you date like below your body currency? Like, date someone up here. So this, just like the stigmatism that comes with that, I think stops a lot of thin people from dating bigger people. And I think it's also difficult because of like the fetishism involved in the dating community when it comes to bigger women, especially. I don't think it's as much with bigger men, but it can just be hard to figure out, and you know, who is a fetishizer and who's not, and then, you know, whether you want to date someone who fetishizes bigger women. Like, that's a conversation for you to have with yourself. And then there's also men who just prefer bigger women, aren't necessarily like fetishizing them. So there's just a lot of like, it's never just like this person likes me and I like them, because you have all those thoughts swirling in your mind. So it's just difficult, I think, because of those ways. And if you have other thoughts on that, leave them in the comments. Oh, this person wanted me to talk about finding/making new friends because they lost half of their social circle due to their breakup. This has happened to me before, and this happens a lot, I think, in queer circles, although it's kind of weird because like with like women specifically, I think like a lot of exes stay friends. So I think it just kind of depends, but I'm very much, when an ex breaks my heart, I'm like, you're cut off, goodbye, blocked, mute, like delete. I am very much like, you're cut off. And that's because a lot of my relationships ended badly. Just like do things that you really like that involve other people. So like if you like cooking, take a cooking class. If you like theater, join like audition for theater stuff, or do like an acting class or something. And I know this is like stuff that you have to pay money for, but there's also like free stuff. Like if you really like to like do movement stuff, you could join like a free like yoga group or running group, or like stuff like dance group. I don't know, stuff like that. You have to do some research, but I would just say get more involved in community-based events around stuff you already like and enjoy. And that could also like be reading. Like I think like there's something for everyone, and I think that will help you find friends. And not everyone is going to want to be friends, but I think putting yourself out there is kind of half of it, and just starting conversations, because the person might want to talk to you a lot, or they may just respond to you once and walk away. But unless like, and they're probably not like gonna remember that. So just putting yourself out there is scary for sure, but that's what I would do. That's how I approach it. This person said, if you do it, what is online dating like? I'm in a similar boat, fat/single, for the first time in 3 years. So when I got into my last relationship, I like did a little bit of online dating, but like really not much, and it's certainly changed to now. But I have some thoughts about it. I think it is a extremely superficial way of meeting people, which I'm okay with because I'm a slightly superficial person. I was talking to my friend about this last night, but she was kind of like, you need to go on dates because then like you'll get to know if you like someone. And I was like, no, here's my philosophy. If I like how you look, I'm going to go on a date with you to see if I like your insights too. If I have to look at your face for the rest of my life, you have to have a good one. And of course this has happened to me, and it can totally happen where you do fall in love with a whole person all at once. But when you're just doing online dating, that's like impossible, because you only get a snippet of them, and the snippet of themselves they want to show to you. So I certainly go by looks 100%. I'm a Libra, that's who I am. I know that. And I'm okay with that. But yeah, I've downloaded all of them, and I recently deleted some for the new year, but the two apps I've been enjoying the most are Hinge and Her, but mostly Hinge. That seems to be where a lot of more like, I don't want to say high quality people, but just like more like high quality, kind of like more Instagram-y type people who I think are like kind of more of my people hang out. OkCupid is good if you really just want to start meeting people, because there's a ton of people on OkCupid because it's free. But I do like Hinge and Her because if you like someone or message someone, it tells you immediately, while OkCupid, you have to pay for that. So those are a couple reasons why I like that more than others. Tinder is like, for a queer woman, it's just a wash. Don't even bother. And Bumble too. Maybe Bumble has other, I don't know. And it's kind of difficult for me because it's easier to date when you're putting everyone in boxes, but because I'm not really boxable, because I am queer and non-binary, and I'm not 100% femme, and I'm all the time, and I'm not 100% masc all the time, I feel like people don't quite know what to think of me, and then I'm also fat, so it's like a whole other thing. So I don't really know what people think of me. Like, I just don't know, but I know that there are people that are into me. Like, I know that they're out there, and people like me all the time, and I don't message them because I'm like, I'm not really into you, but thank you. So I don't know, thank you next is my philosophy there. Some negative things about dating apps is that there are some people who have only pictures of themselves and Snapchat filters, which is like the most ridiculous thing, because I don't know what the hell you look like, and I don't know what you're trying to hide, and I don't know who you're trying to fool. Those are like all my questions with that. Like, who are you trying to get? Like, and I can't even say, oh, you're cute, because I don't even know what you look like. That bothers me a lot. People that don't even like try bother me a lot. People that choose like really unflattering pictures, I'm like, oh, do you not have anything better? I know that's mean. Yeah, those things annoy me. People that start boring conversations annoy me. I'm a very quick-witted person, and I'm ready to banter all day. And people are just like, hey, I like your shirt. And I'm like, thanks. You could have left me an Instagram comment about that. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of mean. I'm not mean, but I'm just like, I don't deal with shit, and that's how I am in most areas of my life. This person asked, what do you do to feel sexy around a partner? My confidence isn't great. My confidence is not great either. I have not felt sexy. This is a sad thing. I don't feel sexy too often, and I haven't felt sexy in a while, and I don't feel bad about that because it's like not a requirement to feel sexy all the time. And I know people are like, do this to make yourself feel sexy for yourself. I just don't feel sexy. I feel cute. I feel like I'm fashionable. I feel like, oh sorry, get you. I feel like I look nice. I don't think I go to many events where I'm like, I look hot, or like I look like smoking. I think I just look cute and put together, and like on trend and fashionable, but I just don't feel sexy recently. And I think I feel the most sexy when I'm with a partner who finds me really sexy, and that's not happening right now. So yeah, I'm just not feeling too sexy. I'm also having some like gender feels like about like my breasts and stuff, and so I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really feel super sexy though, and I don't have a lot of confidence tips for you, but I'm sure you can Google that because they're everywhere. Cosmopolitan loves talking about that, but don't always trust Cosmopolitan. One final question I wanted to talk about, which this was the one that stumped me, and I had to like really think about it for a long time. So the question is, how do you approach dating knowing that not everyone is going to share your body positive outlook? This is like the best question and the hardest to answer, because when I was dating before, I was very much in like a trying to be a good fatty kind of mindset, like trying to exercise and eat what I deemed as like healthy, like appropriate meals, and my whole world has changed since then, and my standards have changed a lot since then, and I just can't be around people who are dieting or like counting calories in any way, who use language that I find really upsetting. And I know people use triggering all the time now, and they shouldn't, but like legitimately triggering into like eating disorder behaviors and eating disorder thought patterns. And I just can't do that, and I can't live like that. So I've really thought about this, and here is my answer. So this is how I'm approaching dating, knowing that not everyone is going to share my body positive outlook. This is important to me, possibly one of the most important things to me. And if someone wants to date me so badly, if someone is so into me that they cannot stop thinking about me, and they are like, they know 1000% that I am who they want, they're gonna have to learn. They're gonna have to brush up and change, and learn. Like, they're just gonna have to do the work, and I'm not gonna do it for them. That's like my stance, is you have to get on board with this, and you have to do the research. And the research is everywhere. It's in my Instagram, it's in Instagrams that I share all the time, it's in books, it's in articles, it's everywhere. And learn it, love it, live it, and then I will consider like truly a true and like deep relationship with you, because I cannot live my life with that type of environment around me. And I know that that's like, some people might think that's extreme, but it's just, I mean, I get to choose who I am going to let into my life, and I get to choose who I am going to spend the rest of my life with. And if they don't value me enough to even look into like the core beliefs I have that affect myself so much, and like my whole trajectory of being and why I'm even on here, then they don't deserve a place in my life. So that's it. My standards are extremely high, and if you want to date me, you got to get with the program. And even if you're like the hottest, sexiest person, I hope I am strong enough to hold to this, because I am weak in some areas, that I just can't have you. And yeah, that's like my answer on that. Long story short, that's my answer. I got standards, and if you're not with the program, you're out of here. Well, I have talked all of your ears off. and I appreciate you listening. If you have any other questions, if you'd like me to do another video like this talking about relationships or dating, please let me know in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. You can follow me on my social media, which is on the screen now and in the description box below. Remember to sign up for my e-newsletters, which the link will be below. I actually need to work on that, don't I? I do. I need to work on that. But I won't send it out until after I post this video, so there's still time to sign up for my email newsletter to get my January email. And that basically just has I just sounded like Drew Barrymore for a hot second. Whoa. That mostly has all my favorite things, a secret picture of Memo, just kind of a recap of all the things I've been doing and posting, and just a little hello from me, a little touch from me you can have in your inbox. Other than that, though, thank you so much for watching. Share this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what else you want to talk about, because my 2018 goal, that was last year, my 2019 goal is to do 2 fashion videos a month and 2 personal videos a month. So I have some personal videos to do, so let me know what I'm going to talk about. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me. Really excited about what 2019 holds for us, and I will see you next time.